Okay. We are live right now. It is really hot in my room, but I will not let that stop me. I'm going to stream and I'm going to try to be entertaining, even though I'm sick. Alright, chat. Listen, we're doing something different today because this seems like fun. Who got first? Congrats to Alien Lucky on getting first and Tortoise Goldfish on getting first on Twitch. Okay, today we are going to be making the definitive enchantment tier list. Now, this is my opinion, so it's correct, and you can't argue with me. If you disagree, you're wrong. So, oh lord, excuse me, ad, go away. This doesn't let me, wait, can I, if I download it, will it, no, I'm pretty sure, see, I tried using my, what am I doing? I tried using my ad blocker, but it made me turn it off, so we might have ads. Why does this cover part of the frickin' screen, man? Oh, goodness. Go away. Why is there's no, like, X button? The other ads allow me to, like, get rid of them. This one is just stuck here. Alright, do this tier list, but without the names. Yeah, so that's the joke that I've seen a million people make. It's like, I did a tier list, but there's no names. Are you feeling okay? Yeah, I'm okay. My voice is kind of shot, but if this is entertaining, maybe I'll turn this into, like, a second channel video, you know? Okay. I guess let's start. Alright, Windburst. Windburst has got to go, I think, in C tier. Realistically, when are you using Windburst, you know? Like, I can see Windburst being useful in a couple of situations, but not a whole lot, because it launches you way too high in the air for it to be useful against players, because the player can just move out of the way. And against mobs, I guess it can be useful against, like, the Warden, but, like, I would say it's C tier because it's not that useful. Make it a short, people would love it. Cursive Binding immediately S tier. Yeah, true. Windburst is mid because it can either be really useful or absolutely terrible. Yeah, I mean, that's why I put it at C tier. Windburst isn't amazing, but it's not terrible either. Full screen? Oh, you're right. I mean, seeing my other tabs doesn't really matter, but you can use the Elytra to counter being launched too high. I guess so. It's also really hard to get max because it's so rare. That's true. Okay. So I'm putting Windburst at C tier, and I'll move them around. You know, if I put it in front, that means it's like higher C tier. Density is an easy B tier enchantment, I think. Density just makes it do more damage, which is useful, but I can't put it higher because Breach is an easy S tier. A Breach Mace with Jump Boost does like 7 hearts of damage to somebody in full Prot 4 armor. Also, did Jennifer Coolidge just do a backflip in that ad? That's crazy. Breach is really good. What's Breach? Breach is a Mace enchantment that Breach is the Mace enchantment that makes it negate some of the armor, or some of the protection enchantment, I believe. Or armor. Replay? Replay what? Oh, click replay the ad? No, I can't be giving, I don't want to do that. Thorns gotta be B tier. Yeah, I'm thinking, I actually am gonna put Thorns in... Nah, I guess B tier makes sense. I think Thorns is more useful than Density, though. So I'm putting Thorns right there. Thorns, people hate on Thorns a lot. And Thorns deserves some of it, because Thorns is, I believe, the only enchantment in the game that has a downside to it. If you ask me, Thorns should not... What Thorns' downside is Thorns' downside is that when you get attacked while you have Thorns, your armor, or, yeah, when you get attacked while you have Thorns, your armor takes more durability. And if you ask me, they should just get rid of that. It should just deal damage to other players. I don't know why Thorns is the only enchantment with a downside other than like the curses. But so people hate on Thorns for that because I think Thorns in PvP scenarios is actively bad because your armor will break faster. But Thorns in single player is an essential, especially in hardcore mode. Thorns is absolute must, and so it's very good, and I put it in B tier. What's up, Mr. Breezy? If you have Thorns, you're gonna have Mending anyway. I don't see anything too bad with it. It's just against other players. Against other players, Thorns will make your armor break faster. Silk Touch has downsides too. I guess the downside being that you don't get them in ore form, but what downside? Like, that's like not really a downside, that's just kind of part of it, you know? Okay. Now we're on to the good stuff. Fortune, C tier in front of Windburst. I know, unpopular opinion. I was actually inspired to make this stream because we were talking about Fortune yesterday, and Fortune, in my opinion, and my opinion is correct, as I said at the beginning of stream, Fortune is not that useful. Fortune is useful for all of 20 minutes, and then you're never going to use it again. You don't use Fortune. You use it until you get diamond armor, and then you chuck that pickaxe into the chest, and you never take it out again. I've mined probably like 500 blocks with Fortune in my 3-year-long world, and I've mined the rest of the blocks with Silk Touch. And the main thing, I'm gonna put Silk Touch in S tier right now. Silk Touch is so much higher than Fortune because literally just thinking about it, if you remove Fortune from the game, nothing changes. All that changes is a few, a couple things, a couple ores take longer to get. If you remove Silk Touch from the game, 20 different items are now no longer obtainable. So, Silk Touch is in S tier. Silk Touch is very useful. Alright, looting. Looting I'm putting in A tier. I think looting is a very useful enchantment, but it's another enchantment that you can get around, like you can get by without it. I think I have to put looting in A tier, like high A tier. I'm actually kind of rethinking Breach. I'm feeling like Breach you can also get by without it. Maybe Breach is an A tier as well. Smite's probably low B tier, probably above density. Smite is a useful enchantment, but you know, it's only good against zombified mobs. It's only good against undead mobs, so you said looting was S tier yesterday? Yeah, I changed my mind. I realized that a few enchantments are going to go in S tier. Very few are going to go in S tier, and the ones that belong in S tier are enchantments that you could not get by without. Okay, and Silk Touch is one of them. Looting is an enchantment that you could get by without. You could just, with looting, you can just kill more mobs. You'll still get the same items. Oh, Soul Speed does have the durability downside, doesn't it? Alright. First F tier of the night, Bane of Arthropods. Nobody likes Bane of Arthropods. Why? Bane of Arthropods, genuinely such a stupid enchantment. I actually put Curse of Binding and Curse of Vanishing higher than I put Bane of Arthropods. Because listen, both of these curses have a use. Curse of Binding, you control your friends with it. You can put a pumpkin onto their head with Curse of Binding, and now they can't take it off. Or in one of my farms, you can in my piglin farm, you put cursive binding leather boots onto them so that they can't take them off and they have to stand on powder snow. Cursive vanishing is useful. You can give your buddy a compass with cursive vanishing that leads to their base, and if someone kills them, the compass is gone and now nobody can find it. Bane of Arthropods does more damage to spiders and silverfish and endermites, and it gives them slowness 3, I want to say, all of which are not useful at all because you can just use sharpness. Sharpness 5 just one-shots a spider. So, you forgot bees. Oh, you're right, bees. I don't know how often you guys are fighting lots of bees. I'm not fighting them very often. Okay. Next, impaling. So, do I base this off of Java or Bedrock now that I think about it? I'm getting hungry looking at these books because they look like ice cream sandwiches. Sorry, ADHD moment. Yeah, I'm thinking we go based off of both. So I'm gonna put impaling at a high B tier, right under thorns. I think makes sense. Maybe right above thorns. Nah. Thorns is useful in both. Impaling is only useful in one. Impaling is very good in Bedrock. Impaling would be an A tier in Bedrock, but impaling... No, you know what? I think I have to put impaling in C tier. Impaling is an A tier on Bedrock, but impaling is a D tier on Java. Impaling literally does almost nothing. Practically nothing. So I'm putting impaling in... I'm putting impaling below fortune. Cursive vanishing in hardcore, yeah. Hot take, Frostwalker is overrated. For redstone, it's good. But for just playing, it sucks because you can't sprint jump, it's slow, and it's extremely rare. I don't think anyone has ever said that Frostwalker is useful before. So I feel like saying that it's overrated is weird because it's just bad. But nobody's, like, it being overrated implies that people say it's really good, but nobody says that Frostwalker is really good. Why did I put Breach over Density? Because Breach is way better than Density. Breach negates armor and does crazy amounts of damage to players. Okay, guys, we're going in order for the most part. All right, Luck of the Sea. Luck of the Sea, I got it. Since they nerfed auto fish farms, Luck of the Sea going in D tier, I think. Oh, right above that. Luck of the Sea, just not that useful. Most of the things that you'll get from Luck of the Sea are not, like, particularly rare. You can get, like, a good bow once in a while. But realistically, fishing rods just aren't that good. I'm gonna, just for S, amazing. So S is can't live without. Okay, I'm just adding tags to them. A is very, very useful. B is pretty useful. C is good. D is super niche, and then F is downright atrocious. There we go. So Lure is also going there. I'm gonna say that Lure goes above Luck of the Sea because the food situation, like, you can get a lot of good food from fishing. So I'm putting Lure above. Dash, get rid of the thesaurus. What, the word atrocious, is that the problem? Make a tier above S for mending. No. Okay, Prot. D tier below these guys. Prot, it's like barely better than regular protection, and it's barely better than regular protection at protecting you from projectiles, and it doesn't have an advantage. Fire Prot and Blast Prot both have Fire Prot stops you from being set on fire, and Blast Prot makes you take less damage, or it makes you take less knockback, right? Prot doesn't have anything, so realistically, Prot is just bad, or is just like useful in one situation. Will I make a video on this? I might make it a second channel video. I don't think this is a main channel video worthy. Blast Prot is best of the three. I disagree with that. Fire Prot, I'm putting in B tier. Yeah, I think Fire Prot I'm putting in B tier, above density but below smite. Loyalty is, unless in PvP, loyalty is helpful. Otherwise, it's like a C tier, I would say. So I think we put it like high. Oh, I feel like can I put loyalty above fortune? I think I can. This is my tier list. I can do what I want. I don't know, man. Now that I think about it, some of these are definitely not more useful than fortune. Like, density is not more useful than fortune. So we're going to swap these two, okay? We're swapping these two. Density is going to C tier. Or maybe I'll leave density in B, but oh, I lost. Which one was I just on? I lost it. All right, well, we're going to channeling then. Did stream freeze? Fortune should be in B. I just put fortune in B. Yeah. Channeling. All right. Channeling is fun. Channeling is fun, but super niche. Channeling is high D tier. Realistically, you're using channeling for like 2 things. Just getting charged creepers, and if you build like a really, and for, okay, charged creepers, decorational lightning, and if you build like a witch farm that's powered by villagers and then striking them with lightning. It's so niche though. Oh, Nuts is here? Hi Nuts, how's it going? I didn't actually see a message in chat from them, but hello. Okay, efficiency. I think efficiency is not a can't live without, but it is the top of A tier. Because without efficiency, everything would just take way longer, but you could still live without it. Without Silk Touch, lots of items fully become unusable or unobtainable, so... Oh, there's Nuts. How's it going? Alright, next, Swift Sneak. Swift Sneak is pretty useful. I'm gonna put Swift Sneak above... I'm putting it above all of these. And so if you're gonna argue with me about Fortune versus Swift Sneak, I firmly believe that you will use, over the course of a multi-year Minecraft world, you will use Swift Sneak far more than you'll use Fortune. So... Absolute cinema. Everyone liked the stream or the video, by the way, if this turns into a video. Swift Sneak is kind of niche. That's not true at all. Swift Sneak is just good. It just makes you move faster when you're building. It's just a good thing to have. Frostwalker? Okay, we're doing between Java and Bedrock. On Bedrock, Frostwalker is good. On Bedrock, Frostwalker is good. On Java, Frostwalker is you can't sprint jump, so it's like pretty slow to use Frostwalker, but it gives you the ability to walk on top of magma blocks. So I'm putting it in high super niche. High D tier. How is Frostwalker different on Bedrock? On Java, Frostwalker goes, I believe, 3 blocks in front of you, and on Bedrock it's 4. And so on Java, you can't sprint jump. On Bedrock, you can sprint jump with Frostwalker, and it works. Aqua Affinity. Aqua Affinity's got to be like A tier, I think, right? Like low A tier? Maybe high B tier? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure. Aqua Affinity is a tough one. Aqua Affinity is really useful. But only if you, like, do building and stuff underwater. A? I'm thinking low A. Like, it's definitely... you could live without thorns. Aqua Affinity would be, like, if I had to choose one enchantment to live with between these guys, Aqua Affinity would be it, I think. Like, so I think this one does belong, it does belong above these ones. If you need Aqua Affinity for breathing underwater, you have a skill issue. Aqua Affinity doesn't let you breathe underwater. Idiot. Sorry. Conduits, though, conduits don't let you, they don't give you Aqua Affinity. Conduits give you water breathing. So respiration, I'm gonna put in B tier, because A, turtle helmets exist, and B, conduits exist. I'm thinking respiration, like there. Actually, sorry, I'm pooping on fortune again, but I will take respiration over fortune. I'm sorry. I keep putting things above fortune. I know there are going to be haters who are like, fortune is so good, but if you have to choose one of them, you get way more value out of respiration in the long run. Conduits give you conduit power. Well, doesn't conduit power is what? Night vision and water breathing, I think. Soul speed is C. I would also say soul speed is C. It's not super niche. It's a little bit, it's not super niche. It's a little bit higher than super niche. Yeah, I'm putting it a little bit higher than super niche. It's got to be above Windburst and Impaling, though. I use Soul Speed. Soul Speed is an armor enchantment. Literally all armor enchantments are probably higher than most other enchantments just because you use them all the time. Impaling, you take out once in a blue moon. Soul Speed I have on my boots all the time. So, once you have Mending, you don't need ores a lot. Yeah, if you use farms, which I do, if you use farms and if you just get a set of diamonds and a set of diamond armor and don't die for a while, you don't need fortune ever. So that's why I'm putting fortune fairly low. Okay, multi-shot. Where does multi-shot go? Let's be real here. Multi-shot, it's not atrocious, and it's not super niche. I guess it's like low C, I think. I think low C. Multi-shot is niche. I think it's like slightly above super niche. Nah, real people don't use crossbows. Unless you're Dream doing that like one trick that he did. But real people aren't using crossbows because a power bow is just inherently better. Infinity is like low C. Nah, I like Infinity. I like having to not carry around my bow or around lots of arrows. I think Infinity goes in. I think Infinity. I don't really use bows that much, to be honest. Infinity, because you use it forever, is probably higher than Fortune. Probably. Infinity C. I do not think Infinity is A. I definitely don't think Infinity is A. You could just have a bunch of arrows. I would say Infinity is going to go just above Fortune. I think that's a good spot. I would put Infinity C since you can't have mending with it. Well, that's fine. I actually don't care about that. I don't feel like it's that difficult to just make a new bow. And you can repair it like 4 times. You have like 2,000 bow shots, or maybe less than that. I don't know. You have several hundred bow shots before your bow breaks, and then you repair it, and then you do a several hundred more, and then your bow, and then you repair it. Like, I feel like you get enough bang for your buck with Infinity that you can just get a new bow. All right. Feather falling, easy A tier right below efficiency. Feather falling super good to have. Feather falling always amazing to have. One of the strongest enchantments in the game. One of the things I prioritize getting. I actually feel like I might put feather falling above protection for the beginning of the game. Like, eventually protection is much more useful, but at the beginning of the game, if you had to choose between protection and feather falling, one of the things that will kill you the easiest is accidentally falling. I think it's more likely to die from fall damage than it is a lot of other stuff. So feather falling, like if you had one book, you can either get a protection 4 book or a feather falling 4 book. I'm going with a feather falling 4 book. Depth Strider high B. Yeah, I'm thinking for Depth Strider is definitely above. Oh no, it's not above Swift Sneak actually. Depth Strider, because you're probably not in water as much as you are shifting. I would say right above Smite. I'm thinking right here, right above Smite. That seems pretty good to me. I put Fire Protection right here, so Blast Protection goes right here. It's more useful than these 3, but it's less useful than Soul Speed. It's really good for PvP. Yeah, I'm not a huge PvP guy, but I put it in good. Oh, there's loyalty. I got sidetracked earlier and I lost loyalty. Loyalty is, I think loyalty is good. I think loyalty is C tier. I think it's ahead of impaling and blast prot, but below soul speed. It's nice to have your trident come back to you. Ironic to lose loyalty. That is ironic. Compared to bows, it's slow. I mean, that's true, but it does a lot more damage, I think, than a bow. Well, if you have like a power 5 bow, it probably doesn't. But it's like throwing like a sharp 2 or a sharp 1 netherite sword at someone. Like that's what a trident is, pretty much. I think because I believe a trident does 9 damage and a sharp 1 netherite sword would do 9.25, I think. Quick charge is pretty useless because crossbows are useless. Yeah, I would say quick charge is probably right above multi-shot. And maybe above wind burst too. I would say I use a trident far more than I use a crossbow, so I'm gonna put the impaling trident above it. I think that's a good spot for it. Riptide is super niche but actually useful. So I'm not putting it in super niche. I'm gonna put it in. I'm thinking Riptide is very low B tier, like very bottom of B tier. No, actually, it's less useful than Soul Speed. Soul Speed, we would have to move Soul Speed up because Riptide is far less useful than Soul Speed. Riptide is below Fortune. I think Soul Speed is better. It's niche but kind of good. Yeah. I think Riptide is probably good, but it's not. It's definitely the best Trident enchantment, unless you're on Bedrock, where Impaling. But I'm thinking, yeah, I think Soul Speed's better. Knockback. Taking a lot of my power to not just put it in downright atrocious. But Knockback is useful. Knockback's probably lowest of good. Knockback, I think, is almost super niche. Like, PvP knockback is sometimes good. Knockback in single player is not super helpful. It's kind of helpful sometimes to knock mobs away. So I think low C makes sense. Piercing. Piercing is so niche. How often do you have multiple mobs that are in a row to hit all of them? I think piercing has to be like probably below channeling, but above lore. Piercing is for a crossbow. If you shoot something, the arrow goes through it. It's a neat enchantment, but it's not particularly strong because you don't have that many opportunities that does anything. We're getting to some good ones here. These ones people might get mad at my opinions on. We'll see. Alright. I am putting Flame. Flame's pretty useful. I think Flame is a good, solid, right above Infinity, I think. Yeah, I think Flame is better than Infinity. It's actually probably better than Fire Prot 2, though. I think I would take Respiration over Fire Prot and Flame over Fire Prot. I'm putting that there. Put Efficiency in S tier, please. No. Flame is clutch for Phantoms. True. Efficiency belongs in S tier. I don't think so. Alright, now on to Unbreaking. Unbreaking, we put in A tier. Right below Feather Falling. Now, hear me out. The reason Unbreaking is not an S tier is because Mending exists. You don't need Unbreaking. You could remove Unbreaking from the game, and most things would stay exactly the same because of Mending. Mending goes in S tier. Unbreaking is very good, but not necessary. Unbreaking is so nice. I mean, it is, but it's not as necessary as Mending is. If you had to choose whether to get rid of Unbreaking or Mending, you'd probably get rid of Unbreaking, because Mending is just better. You do get less XP, but, I mean, I think that's a worthy trade-off for most people. Unbreaking saves you like a few minutes every session? Yeah. Unbreaking is better than Feather Falling? I don't care. Nah, Feather Falling saves your life. Unbreaking... Yeah, Unbreaking is definitely better than Breach. I feel... should I even be judging things based off of their usefulness in, like, all situations? Because I don't really know that much about PvP, but I feel like looting might be ahead of Breach. I'm gonna do that for now, at least. We'll see how I feel. Fire aspect, pretty much exactly the same as flame. I'm gonna put it right ahead of flame. I could live without it, but it's nice. It's nice to have. Density is better than breach in most PvP situations. I don't believe that you're right about that. If you have like jump boost 2 with a breach mace, you can literally do like half of their health in one hit. Density, you'd have to be like 20 blocks up. Feather falling is not that useful with netherite and prot 4. I don't know. I think feather falling is still pretty good. Alright. Punch. Since punch is exactly the same as knockback, it's going right next to knockback, one behind it. Now, power is where people I think are gonna probably disagree with me. What do you guys think power is? Armor tier doesn't affect fall damage. If you actually watch Dash's shorts, you'd know that. I actually didn't know that myself. Power is a solid B. A, S. A or S. B, B. Okay, some of you are with me. Alright. I would not put power all that high because I don't find bows to be all that useful. I mostly, for the sake of inventory management, typically I mostly play Minecraft with a sword only in my inventory. So I'm thinking power is better than... Power's probably better than everything on this list. I can't move this in front of thorns. Oh, there we go. Power's probably better than everything on this list. But I think I would take Aqua Affinity over Power. I definitely wouldn't take Breach over Power, but I'm trying to judge it based on... But Breach is getting points because it's good in PvP. What is the second to last one in B tier? Fortune? You can't compare Aqua Affinity with Power. Well, I'm trying to compare which one I would prefer to keep forever. If I had to get rid of one, which one I would get rid of? I think, as a builder, I would take Aqua Affinity. Alright, Protection. Protection, I think is probably top of A tier. Probably Protection is the #1 in A tier. It could be S tier as well. Although, now that I think about it, okay. Realistically, why is Silk Touch ahead of Mending? Let me correct that. And then if I were to prefer one of them, once again, going off the logic of which I would keep, Protection wins the whole thing. Protection, I will make a new set of armor every once in a while. If I had to have if only one enchantment could exist in all of Minecraft, actually, if only one enchantment could exist in all of Minecraft, Silk Touch would probably be it. Because it just has more utility than everything else. But I'm putting Protection above Mending, because I would take Protection over Mending. I'm putting Silk Touch at #1. You can't stop me. Sharpness is... Sharpness probably high A tier. I could get by without Sharpness. Yeah, I would probably take Mending over Sharpness, and I'd definitely take Protection over Sharpness and Silk Touch over Sharpness. Now redo this with live voting. No. That would take like an hour. Why is there only one F tier? Because there aren't that many bad enchantments in the game. You don't like being efficient? I do. That's why efficiency is in the top of A tier. Curse of Vanishing is F tier, has 0 purpose. No, Curse of Vanishing is useful. Curse of Vanishing is A flex enchantment. So if you're in hardcore, you can have an extra enchantment on the list. B, it can be used to hide things from people. So the example I gave is you can get a compass. Your friend can give you a compass with the cords to their base, and they can enchant it with Curse of Vanishing. And that way, if someone kills you, the compass is gone and they don't have the cords to your base anymore. Your opinions are so wrong, my stream is glitching. L. You're wrong. Curse of Binding is not F because it also has niche uses. I used Curse of Binding in my gold farm. Or in my piglin bartering farm. I used Curse of Binding in my piglin bartering farm. And it's useful for trolling your friends. Projectile protection should be F tier. Unlike the other protection enchantments, it has no boost. It's super niche. It has a minor benefit over protection if you're like getting pelted with arrows, but F tier is for literally bad enchantments that like I guess technically speaking, Bane of Arthropods is also super niche, but I just hate its existence, so. It's useful, Curse of Binding is useful in the bartering farm, because to let the items fall through the ground, we put the piglins on top of powder snow. And to stand on the powder snow, they need leather boots. But when they trade, they have a chance of throwing a pair of iron boots out. And they put on the iron boots and then fall through the powder snow. But if you enchant the leather boots with Curse of Binding, then the piglins can't take off the leather boots. I've been summoned. Nice. All right, let's go through this tier list and see if I have anything I want to change. All right, Silk Touch, good. Protection, good. Mending, good. Sharpness, efficiency. You know what? I'm putting efficiency higher than sharpness. I think that Minecraft has far more breaking blocks than killing mobs. So I think efficiency, it goes higher. Sharpness, then feather falling, then unbreaking, then looting, then breach, then aqua affinity. I can't leave breach here. I'm putting looting above unbreaking, because if mending exists, unbreaking is not necessary and looting is more useful. Like if mending exists, given that mending exists, if you had to choose between the two of these, you'd probably choose looting. Breach is going. Breach maybe goes above Smite. I feel like that makes sense. Blood play Bedrock now? No. Curse of Vanishing has another use for PvP-based SMPs. Yeah, if someone kills you, they can't take your gear. There you go. Feather Falling is better than Sharpness. I feel like I kill things more than I take fall damage. Personally. Okay, so we got those in there. Then Power. I don't use Power that much, so Power makes sense there. Thorns I'm putting higher, because Thorns is an armor enchantment, so you're using Thorns all the time. In my opinion. You're using Thorns every single second of the day. Swift Sneak is above Depth Strider, that makes sense. Then Breach. Breach specifically for PvP. Smite is good. Respiration is good. Fire Aspect is good. Flame below Fire Aspect makes sense. Fire protection is a good spot. Infinity is solid. Fortune, I think makes sense, and then density. I think B tier seems good. Thorns uses durability, and it's annoying for luring hostile mobs. I mean, I just have a set of armor that I take off when I just have a set of armor that I use without thorns on it. Thorns should be moved down because of the durability. I don't know, man. I don't think it's that big of a deal for thorns. Will Dash, we all aren't that rich. Well, it's my tier list. Efficiency should be an S tier. No. I think efficiency being very high A tier I think it makes sense. All right. Then C tier, Soul Speed, followed by Riptide, followed by Loyalty, followed by Blast Protection, followed by Impaling, followed by Quick Charge, followed by Wind Burst, then Multi-Shot, Knockback, and Punch. I feel like Knockback might be higher than higher than Loyalty, at least. I don't know. Knockback is sometimes good, but it's also sometimes really annoying, so maybe I'll leave it in its place. Frostwalker is super niche, but useful sometimes. Channeling is, I would say, less useful less often. Useful less often. Prot, super barely often useful. I actually think that the curses are better than projectile protection. I have a set of... I don't think that I have... like, if I were to make sets of armor, I would probably make a fire prot and a regular prot set of armor. But I don't think I would ever make a projectile protection set of armor. And Blast Prot gets high. Blast Prot is higher because it's good in PvP. But projectile prot is just never useful as far as I'm concerned. As far as I know, completely never useful. This guy just keeps spamming and then getting timed out by the bot. What a silly goose. Loyalty can be counted by the void and unloaded chunks. Do you mean countered? And then Bane of Arthropods. Make Proj Prot F tier. Yeah, I guess. You know what? Proj Prot is one of those enchantments that if I get it on my armor, that armor immediately gets disenchanted, same as Bane of Arthropods. And no matter what scenario, I don't think I can think of a single scenario where Proj Prot wouldn't get disenchanted in favor of protection or fire protection or blast protection. Proj Prot is probably slightly higher than Bane of Arthropods, though. Use Proj Prot in a super niche escape room. I stand by Silk Touch sucks. I've already explained like 10 times why you're incorrect. Like objectively, you're just not right. Like this isn't my opinion. This is like factually speaking, Fortune has less use than Silk Touch. Power goes up. Nah, power's fine. All right, this is here. Silk Touch is the only enchantment that is in the can't live without tier that actually belongs there. Every other enchantment is not fully required for the game to exist. In its current state, if you removed any other enchantment from the game, nothing changes. Well, like the game would change, but you still have access to all the blocks. You just have to like be more careful because you don't have protection. You just have to take less damage and make new armor. Silk Touch, you remove Silk Touch from the game, and half of the items that you can use are no longer exist. They no longer are obtainable. So Fortune is only useful when you have Silk Touch gathered ores only. What's the motivation? So with Fortune, you save yourself, 30 minutes of mining, right? Cuts your mining time down. You need some diamonds, you go and you mine, right? Fortune is helpful for that, okay? Fortune's helpful for that scenario. Give Silk Touch its own category. Wait, can I do that? How do I do that? I don't know if I can actually do that. Oh, God. Did I just... Please tell me that my... Oh, thank God. I don't think I can add another category. I'm not sure how I would do that. Get out of here, ads. Go away. So many damn ads. Alright, I'm saving this. Go to the setting button on the right side of the tiers. Oh, okay, let me see if I can do that. Wait, how do I modify this? Wait, where is the settings button that you speak of? What settings button? Go to the setting button on the right side of the tiers. That just doesn't exist. That isn't even a thing, bro. Are you publishing it? Well, I could, I don't know. It was there a minute ago? What? Dude, I hate not having an ad blocker. This is unbearable. What if I turn it on right now? This is awful. The ad blocker's not even blocking them. Oh my gosh. Oh wait. Add a row above. Yay. Alright. Silk Touch gets its own tier. Why is this formatted weird? I don't know. Whatever. S. Incredible. There you go. Y'all just think about it. All the blocks you get from it is niche. And if you aren't a mega farm player, you don't need it and it sucks. Well, I mean, I'm giving my opinion. My opinion is that Fortune, you could remove Fortune from the game and I wouldn't care. Well, I would care, but I wouldn't be devastated. But if you remove Silk Touch from the game, I would be devastated because many players would, and many things that I have in my world would no longer be available. So, ultimately, a much less useful enchantment. Reno might be rage baiting, and we're falling for it. There we go. Alright, let's download this image. I wonder if a stream highlight of this would do any... Jeez, that's horrifying. That was loud. I wonder if a stream highlight of this would actually do any numbers. Yay, gambling! Yay! We love gambling! I did finish the tier list. Here's the official tier list. I've underrated Silk Touch my whole life. Well, now today's your lucky day because it is no longer... Oh, I can close this ad. Yay. It's no longer underrated. That's fair to be honest, but for me it isn't good. Okay, well, you're probably dog shit at the game, so... Sorry, that was mean. I'm just trolling. Host in Discord? Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, chat, but should I turn this stream into a long form video for the second channel? Luck of the Sea under quick shot is crazy. Yeah, maybe that's true. No, wait, that's not true. Quick charge is definitely more useful. I was thinking that I had Luck of the Sea in front of quick charge, but no, that's definitely correct. Yes, make the long form video. Okay, I might, or maybe I'll tell Granted to do it or something. Or if anyone wants more editing footage and wants to cut it down into like, it was like an hour-long video, but if you cut it down into like, you can probably cut it down into like a 20-minute video or something. Well, maybe not even, but it would just need graphics and stuff added to it when I'm talking about stuff. I'm just trying to organize things. I would love, if this video does well, and it probably won't, but I would love to get into making videos like this more, because this type of video is fun. Like, I like doing streams like this that are just like a random thing, but like a one-off thing. It would be cool if it does well, because then I could make more of them, but what are you going to do now, Sheepfricker, or a different world? I'm going to go take a piss, and then I'll be back. I'll explain in a second. Bro exposed his files? I mean, there's nothing sensitive in my files. They're organized well, I guess. Alright, be right back, chat. BRB. Chat, it is so hot in my room. I just wanna let you guys know. It's like 80 degrees in here right now, and I hate it. It's terrible. I'm seriously considering getting like a window AC unit just so I can keep my room specifically from being 1,000 degrees. Genuinely, probably a 10-degree difference between the hallway outside of my room and my room. Actually absurd. My tier list, Reno, my tier list is basing a lot of stuff off of, if you could only have one enchantment left in the game, what would it be? And that enchantment would be Silk Touch. The correct answer. I would even argue that that Silk Touch is the correct answer, because Silk Touch changes removing every enchantment except for Silk Touch would have the least impact on the game. You should rate mobs next. Maybe. I'm streaming from my house at home. I was streaming from my apartment at school at my college, but now I'm streaming from my house, my parents' house. I will never understand how people can say Silk Touch is trash. Show jitter video? Yeah, that's what I was actually going to do next. I'm going to go over, chat, okay? I'm going to go over the freaking the submissions so far for our the things I hate about Bedrock video that I filmed last night. Digicraft edited one and Jitter edited one, and I'm going to give my thoughts to both of them. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me pause this. Okay. You should rate random stuff like food. Fair. Like 10 people are attacking me. I feel like I'm not 100% wrong. So I think you are, but, or at least like 99% wrong. I feel as though my list is based off of the longevity of Minecraft. Your opinion of Fortune is based off of what is most convenient for me in the moment. And that's not really how you should do it. Mine your craft till you Steve. Alright, chat, let's watch this.
Things I hate about Bedrock. I'm normally pretty positive about Bedrock because...
Alright, so first thing is this was not what it was supposed to look like. It was just supposed to be things I hate about Bedrock, me just running.
Things I hate about Bedrock. I'm normally pretty positive about Bedrock.
This is good. I don't even think I said to say that, but Digicraft added the screenshots and added the sound effect, and I like that.
Because it's generally a lot of fun and...
Sorry, let me turn it up so you guys can actually hear it.
Things I hate about Bedrock. I'm normally pretty positive about Bedrock because it's generally a lot of fun and gets undeserved hate, but there are some things about Bedrock that are absolutely awful. First,
that I like the red effect is good.
Some things
there.
About
this is good.
Bedrock that are absolutely awful. First, on Bedrock, there's this mildly infuriating bug where when you try to pick up a bucket of water or lava, it only...
For this shot,
to pick up a bucket of...
Where when you try to pick up a bucket of water or lava, I literally have a shot where I just picked up a bucket of water, and you could have just used that. Sorry, I can fix the beginning. No worries. I mean, Digi, I'm not sure if I'm going to really be able to use it anyway, because you don't have... because it's not edited in Premiere, but... I'm just for like if you ever get Premiere, or if you ever just edit for someone else or whatever, it could be useful to note. What's your question, Chase? I'll try. My option is mending. Think about it. You got max gear, then you broke, now you have to grind all of it again. If you build some farms, in my opinion, mending could be completely useless. You could just make a new set of armor. For me, making a new set of armor would not be hard.
Water or lava, it only works if if you
I
click
like the way that you put water or lava on the screen. I think that's good.
on the source from certain angles.
The sound effects are also good. The one other thing, I don't add my audio before, like I add my audio when I'm posting from YouTube, so I wouldn't have the song in there. I appreciate the effort though.
But worse than that, on Java, there are a few ways
That was
on
kind of
Java.
weird.
But worse than that, on
That was weird. I would choose a little bit further in the shot before, like when I'm more smoothly moving, because I kind of like had a little jerkiness there for a second.
Java, there are a few ways to prevent mobs from despawning.
I would add a pop sound effect there, but
worse than that, on Java,
and then I would cut like right here.
There are a few ways to prevent mobs from,
like, you cut really late. It should be, there are like, I'm gonna clap for the cut. It should be like, but worse than that, on Java, there are a few ways to prevent mobs from despawning. It's kind of weird having it be like, but worse than that, on Java, there are a few ways to prevent mobs from despawning. Like, it's really late. I use the carpet bot, so to ignore the lag with portals coming back into the nether is to just use an overworld killing chamber. Chase, if you want that, just literally look up Glot's gold farm. That's what it is. If you're able to use a carpet bot, just build Glot's gold farm. You don't need the overworld bridge, and you don't need boat looting either. You literally just have a killing chamber and it works. It has like slightly lower rates than my farm, but I feel like when you get up to like 5,000 gold blocks per hour, like 100 gold blocks isn't really a huge deal. All right, anyways, continuing on.
On Java, there are a few ways to prevent mobs from despawning, like name tagging them, giving them armor or tools, or getting them into a boat.
I like the sound effect there.
Giving them armor or tools, or getting...
I think that, you might not need I think you don't need this armor stand popping up, because the shot is literally me giving him armor. I think the sword showing up is good, though.
Getting them into a boat or minecart.
Also, this positioning would probably be right where the subtitles are, roughly, so you'd probably want to put it up here. And you could probably put it a lot bigger. The graphic could be much bigger.
Tools, or getting them into a boat.
You also could probably use...
Or getting them into a boat or minecart.
A lot, like, that shot, I had a part where I punched the wither skeleton into the boat. You should use the part where I punch it into the boat instead of it already sitting in the boat. Yeah, I also thought that Alter Rock. I don't really think the armor stand is necessary, but the armor stand is very small.
Armor or tools, or getting them into a boat or minecart. But putting mobs in a boat or minecart doesn't prevent them from despawning on bed.
I think I had a shot. Maybe I didn't, but I thought I had a shot where I got the creeper into the boat, just so that
putting mobs in a...
I like to have, like, the longest shot I do is like 4 seconds or something, and this is a pretty long shot.
Putting them into a boat or minecart, but putting mobs in a boat or minecart doesn't prevent them from despawning on bedrock.
Like, that's a pretty long shot. I think there is a shot of me getting the creeper into the boat, and then you would use the shot of it despawning doesn't stop it from despawning on bedrock. The shots are some of them more zoomed out.
Despawning on bedrock.
Also add a pop sound effect when it despawns.
Prevent them from despawning on bedrock.
And I would probably do a little bit more of a zoom in on that shot. It's a little...
In a boat or minecart doesn't
zoom in. I feel
prevent them from despawning on bedrock. And even worse...
There's a really weird audio gap there. I'm pretty sure that in the file I sent you... Did I not send... Yeah, I have this audio, this 60-second audio.
Bedrock, the enchantments on your... in a boat or minecart doesn't prevent them from despawning on bedrock. And even worse, I hate that on bedrock.
Yeah, that gap is not there. I think Digicraft mentioned, I don't know if you're still here, Digicraft, but Digicraft, you mentioned that the short was not 60 seconds. It would be 60 seconds if you should be editing using this audio, but I'm not sure if you did. I am. So it should be exactly 60 seconds.
Prevent them from despawning on Bedrock. And even worse, I hate Bedrock. And even
this shot, again, same thing as earlier, but you need to, like, start it when I'm moving. It's kind of weird when I'm standing there awkwardly and then
worse, I hate that on Bedrock, the enchantments on your tools show up.
I would also zoom this in and so that it's in the middle of the screen.
And cover half the screen. Like, yes, I know what the enchantments on my tools are. You don't need to tell me. And even
another weird audio gap, I'm pretty sure caused by you maybe cutting the audio together. Why isn't Granite editing this? He is. It's just a few people asked me for footage because they just wanted to, like, practice editing. And so I was just like, all right, you can have some editing if you want. And if anyone does a good job, it could actually be helpful because when Granted isn't available to edit, it just sucks for me because then I have to do it myself. I used to have Styrofoam as my backup editor, but he hasn't been around in a while. So I haven't had, Styrofoam has not been my backup editor. So I currently don't have a backup editor. And so I just do it myself, which kind of sucks. I think my time is better spent doing any of the things that I have to do myself. Like there's some parts of my video creation process that nobody else would be able to do. Editing is not one of those parts. The WAV file didn't go in my editor. Oh, okay. See, you need the WAV file because the actual short was like 59.87 or something, and then I used a program to slow it down slightly. Or no, I think it was actually like 57 seconds, and I slowed it down by like 3%.
Yes, I know what the enchantments on my tools are. You don't need to tell me.
Even another weird.
Worser, when you get set on fire, it covers the bottom third of the screen, but on Bedrock, it covers almost the entire screen, making it nearly impossible to see. But
that shot should have started a bit later so that you can so that it when it says like making it nearly impossible to see, you can kind of see that I accidentally jumped off the cliff. Like I would have started
the screen, but on Bedrock,
I would
covers
start maybe
almost
like start the shot like here
entire
or something,
screen, making it nearly impossible to see.
And that way, worst when I jump off the cliff, this another shot that you started this shot just too early before I'm moving, and it looks
worst of all
awkward.
On Java, you can open versions of Minecraft from over 10 years ago, but you can't on Bedrock. So
you could put an X, I would say, over this. You could maybe zoom it in so that it's in the middle of the screen more and then put an X over it.
And on Bedrock. So those are some things I hate.
Overall, pretty good. Like, Alterock, I think that is a little bit of a stupid take because not everyone has the idea for a video. And not everyone wants to be a YouTuber. Some people want to be an editor. Like, I'm pretty sure that Granted is much more into the editing side of things than the actual video making side of things. I'm like the opposite. That's why I hire an editor. I prefer the scripting and ideation and filming of a video, and then I like to leave somebody else to do the editing if I can. I'm bald. I'm chatting once 15 years to talk me again. Say hello to me. Okay. Interesting. Oh, what's up, Granted? How's it going? Granted, people are trying to take your job. A few people asked me to send them the footage for the next short. Does your voice sound different? It does. I'm sick. So my voice is kind of gone. They're trying to take your job, Granted. You gotta lock in. Okay, let's see Jitter's version. I don't know if Jitter's here. I'm gonna @ Jitter. I'll just tell, if not, how far into the stream are we? We are currently an hour 15 in. Nobody could replace me? I don't know, man. Digicraft did a pretty good job. All right, let's see how Jitter's version came out. Oh, I don't think he exported it, did they? Did he? I'm pretty sure that Jitter just sent me the Premiere project, so I just have to open it up. Yeah, but generally Digicraft did a pretty good job. They're like, dude, I mean, are they making the video? No. I mean, as long as you make it, I'm gonna use yours. But they just wanted practice. They just wanted like practice for editing, I think. I'm pretty new to your style. That's fair. Dark Hog and Rio are pretending to kill the chat. I literally don't even think I know who Dark Hog is. Oh, that's Dark Hog. Oh. All right, well, have fun with that. Yeah, but and also granted, you know, I used to have Styro as my backup editor and whatnot, so this will be like, who knows, maybe some of these people might become like backup editors. Despite how much I love editing, I'm probably really bad at it. That's fair. I want to see digis, so I make sure not to do worse. I mean, dude, you can back up a few minutes and you can see all of the input that I gave. Because Digicraft actually had like one or two things that were good that I didn't even ask Digi to do, but he just did them, and like they would be really nice if they were in the actual video hint. Digi, if you want to send Granted the screenshots you took just so you can put them in, that would be greatly appreciated. Because that would just save him a couple of minutes of having to go and screenshot those things. It was pretty bad. It really wasn't. It wasn't that bad, dude. Like the first like 10 shorts that Granted edited for me were not very good. And I've had much worse. But the editor that I tried to have before Granted, there was an editor that I tried out prior to Granted, existing. Well, he existed, I'm sure. But, and that guy, he was like, hey, can I edit for you? And I'm like, sure. And this was before I really knew that much, right? I guess I was just in a good mood. And so I was like, sure, you can edit for me. And then would you guess what happened? Would you guess what happened if I told you, chat, that I had this guy edit for me, and then, you know what they did? Oh, goodness. I didn't even realize that this song was so loud. Sorry, I turned up the music before. That's my bad. It's my bad. Sorry about that. All right, music is back down. Yeah, this is yours, Jitter. Okay, chat. So, I had an editor before Granted. Like Digi isn't even that bad comparatively. I had an editor before Granted who he's like, hey, can I edit for you? And I'm like, I'm in a good mood or something. So I was like, okay, let's try you out. And this guy edits the most dog shit short I've ever seen. Like every shot, like one of the critiques that I had for Digi was that like some of his shots started too early. It was like every shot was like that. Shots were just in random places instead of in the places that I asked for them to be. A bunch of stuff like that. And then when I told him, bro, this kid is like, sorry, I think we just have different editing styles. And I'm like, bro, that's not an editing style. Your editing was just bad. Like, you just didn't put the shots in the right place. That's not like my editing style is different from you. It's like, no, you're bad at editing. And I was like, it's fine, just fix it. And then he, like, I think got so butthurt. I think this kid got so butthurt about me shitting all over his edit that he was like, you know what, I don't think this is gonna work out, and he quit. Yeah, you're editing for me, you're gonna do my style, exactly. Yeah, you shouldn't complain about editing style, yeah. Oh, and the kid asked to be paid, and I think I did just because I was like, whatever, I'm nice, and it was like $10. But I was like, dude, you did a bad job. What am I paying you for? I'm pretty sure I started the whole thing over because it was so bad that it was like borderline unusable. All right, interesting choice to start. Really zoomed in. All right, let's lock in, chat. Let's lock in. Can you hear it? Hold on, you guys probably can't hear it very well. Things I hate about Bedrock Edition.
I'm normally pretty positive about Bedrock because it's generally...
All right, first note, this shot right here, I would probably, granted, I mean, if this is good enough, then maybe I won't, then maybe you won't have to do this. I know you're probably busy, or I don't know if you're still busy traveling, but, oh, okay, actually, one note that I actually noticed this about Digis too, and I forgot to mention it, but, do you see the very top of the screen? Very top of the screen, there's this bar here for both Digi and Jitter. I always have my crops go to like 141, I think, because then that bar is not there. So that's one note. And then here I would go 141, and I would zoom in. So it'd be...
I'm normally pretty positive about Bedrock because it's generally a lot...
Yeah, like, I think every shot probably has that at the top.
A lot of fun and gets undeserved hate, but
this shot doesn't need a zoom, that's fine.
Some things about
Wait, what was that?
But there are some things about Bedrock that...
Okay, that's fine.
There are some things about Bedrock that are absolutely awful. First, on...
That's fine, too. That's good. That looks good.
Bedrock, there's this mildly infuriating bug where when you try to pick up...
I would include game sound in as many shots as you can. Most my audio or my videos have game sound. So whenever possible, game sound should be included. That's another note. I'm not sure if Digi included it. I'm going to say he probably didn't, but I don't know because I didn't get to see the actual audio thing. Must have deleted it by accident because I thought the track was empty. Nah, the track is just quiet. I sometimes turn it up. The track is usually just quiet. If I drag, if I like drag this over here. Oh wait, this might be recording the script. This is also recording the script. Okay, here we go. If we come here. So the tracks in order for the editor for the editors. This is audio. This is my mic. This is everything. This one I believe is music. That's a horrible idea. Why did I do that? No, this is game sound. This one's game sound. I think this one is music. Yeah, this one's music. And then this one is stream notifications. So you only need to keep this one. I'm actually not sure, Jitter. You don't need to keep any of these because these are just my mic audio. You don't need to keep those. But for future reference, you would just keep that one. And then you have game sound. Oh, it's muted. That's why. This happened when I make your sheep fricker speedrun too. Ah, well. Yeah, Premiere is expensive. So do I need the game stuff? Yeah, I would recommend keeping the game sound in. I mean, you know, because you're sending it later, Teriyaki, you get all the feedback from other people. So I just left it all in. Oh yeah. I mean, you can do that too. but I would prefer if you didn't. I would prefer if you just cut it all out, cut out the audio that isn't needed. But oh, there. Okay, I was wondering why that other short was in there, but that's fair. Yeah. So I know what to do. Yeah, word. Oh wait, Granted, are you still here? Granted, just so you know, this is one thing that I liked a lot that Digi did. That you should do. I don't know if Digi is gonna send you the files or if you'll have to get them yourself, but
I'm normally pretty positive about Bedrock because
you see how Digi added. I didn't even ask for this, but Digi put some of my videos where I'm being positive about Bedrock, and Digi also added the sound effect. Dang, this video has 11 million views. That's crazy. Man, I've fallen off. 11 million, 3 million, 1 million. I'm just going down. Oh, actually, no. This one went up. Whatever. Dash pump fell off. I'm never becoming a Dash editor. Aw. Oh, just because you can't afford Premiere, maybe, or I don't know. Okay, where were we?
Things I hate about.
Oh goodness, I unmuted it.
Things I hate about Bedrock Edition. I'm normally pretty positive about Bedrock because it's generally a lot of fun and gets undeserved hate, but there are some things about Bedrock that are absolutely awful. First, on Bedrock, there's this mildly infuriating bug where when you try to pick up a
Oh, another thing, random thing. This isn't super important, but this, I like to keep it on one line, so I would just drag that out like that. As for subtitles, what I do is I'm going to put this, I don't even know what this one is, but I put this one up to 10. I put it up to 10, and then I think, do I have this at 100 usually? No, I think I do have this at 100. And then for the gradient, oops, I did not mean to do that. For the gradient, I would move this color midpoint to 70. And then I'd probably make this a little bit lighter of a color, this a little bit lighter of a color as well, so it's more of a pink. Why does that look bad? Oh, maybe, that does look bad. Why does that look bad? Why does that look bad? I don't even know. Oh, because it's not saturated. That's probably why. There we go. That's better. Although I would have it a little bit less saturated. There we go. I will still edit this one if you want because I want to make it. I will make it better since I have competition. Good. Dash, do you like microwaved raw beef with chocolate ganache? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, so that's how I would do the subtitles as well. Oh, and I do Roboto Bold 100 font size, and then the one other difference is I put, okay, so for, oh, you got it like almost exactly where I put it. That's crazy. I put it at 1318 is the exact location that I put everyone at. And then I go from 0 to 120 is the size that I go to. So, and then I just copy that and then paste that across all of these clips.
Things I hate about Bedrock Edition.
I feel like this looks mildly different, and I'm wondering what exactly is different, to be honest. Let's see. Striders are weird. That's actually not even my most recent short, but let's see. Let's see what the subtitles are. 103, 10, 12 versus 3, 10, 12. 103. Oh no, that is the same. Oh no, that is the same. Okay, I'm actually just tripping. All right, so that's how it looks. 1318 sucks. Why can't we do 1319? I prefer. I didn't know any of the numbers, so I eyeballed it. That's fair. Isn't this a tier list? Oh, well, it was a tier list, and then I finished the tier list, so. Now I'm doing other stuff.
Things I hate about Bedrock Edition.
So we fixed
I'm
the
normally pretty
subtitles.
positive about Bedrock because it's generally a lot of fun and gets undeserved hate, but there's
Game
some
sound
things
I
about
already
Bedrock
mentioned.
that are absolutely awful. First, on Bedrock, there's this mildly...
I liked, also another thing that Digi did that I liked was he put a red tint that got stronger. As I said, there are some things that are absolutely awful.
infuriating bug where when you try to pick up a bucket of water or lava, it only works if you click on the source from certain angles.
The mouse clicking sounds were really good.
Try to pick up a bucket of water or
I don't know if Jitter like synced it with me clicking, but it looks like he synced it
if you
with me
click on the
clicking.
source from certain
And so that's
angles.
good.
But worse than that, on Java, there's
a odd zoom. I probably would not do that. I would probably do a lot less. If anything, maybe like that.
But worse than that, on Java,
if I was gonna, I don't even feel like I would do that, but maybe like that.
But worse than that, on Java, there are a few ways to prevent mobs from despawning, like despawn.
Good pop sound effect.
Ways to prevent mobs from despawning, like name tagging them, giving them armor or tools, or
Digi also did. Digi was a bit more like a bit more heavy on the editing, which I think was good. Like putting the name tag. He put the name tag up here. The armor stand doesn't need that, but the tools and the sound effect is good. The boat and minecart is fine, but you just put it up here. So just for granted, yeah. I tried adding some movement, but I knew it felt off. That's fair.
Getting them into a boat or minecart, but putting mobs in a boat or minecart doesn't prevent them from despawning on Bedrock. And even worse, I hate that on Bedrock.
That movement is pretty good. I would probably not stop it.
And even worse, I hate that on Bedrock, the enchantments on your tools show up and cover.
I would probably just do like this and maybe move it a bit higher up. And then I would probably grab a second layer of this and we're gonna, hold on, we're gonna unlink this and I'm going to grab a second layer of this, and then on the bottom layer, we're going to scale. We're going to get rid of this, and we're going to get a Gaussian blur. Gaussian blur. Here we go. Bam. Just put that like that.
And even worse, I hate that on Bedrock,
the background is blurred, which looks a bit nice. That's probably too strong of a blur, but like that.
The enchantments on your tools show up and cover half the screen.
And then I would probably do a similar thing right here.
Like, yes, I know what the enchantments on my tools are. You don't need to tell me. And
I'm not going to bother fixing the like 2-line things, but that is also a thing that you can fix.
Enchantments on my tools are, you don't.
I don't know if Granite actually pays for Premiere or gets it with his school, but I mean, I do pay him to edit, so he could afford it based on that.
You don't need to tell me. And even worser, on Java, when you get...
There was a shot for even worser, I'm pretty sure, where there was a sheep pricker, so I would have had that, and then it would be on Java.
When you get set on fire, it covers the bottom third of the screen, but on
so that's a missed shot.
It covers almost the entire screen, making it nearly impossible to see. But worst of all, on Java...
Oh, this is weird as well. I don't know what Jitter was doing with this. I'm pretty sure there's a but worst of all shot. So what I would do for this is just boom. Boom. Boom.
Screen, but on Bedrock, it covers almost the entire screen, making it nearly impossible to see. But worst of all...
Like that. And then there should be some shot somewhere for but worst of all. I don't know exactly where that is, but it is there because Digi had it.
Possible to see, but worst of all,
yeah, it's that's the shot for but worst of all.
Open versions of Minecraft from over 10 years ago, but you can't on Bedrock. So those are...
That shot is really delayed, and then Jitter didn't loop it properly.
But you can't.
So it should be... this shot should probably start right about here but you can't.
But you can't on Bedrock.
And you could put an X over it. And then to do the loop, I don't know if you guys don't know how to do a loop. All you do is you're going to take the first clip, right? So let's say we're going to get rid of this goofy zoom, right? We're going to take this, right? I'm going to get rid of this audio because it's not even necessary. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it at the front. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put my cursor there, and then I'm going to extend this shot to there. And so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to drag it to the end.
So those are some,
and then those are some, right? And then we cut right here, and then we bring this back to the front. Bring that to the front. And now, if we watch
of Minecraft from over 10 years ago, but you can't on Bedrock. So those are some...
Oh. Hello? Oh. Okay, that's annoying. Oh, wait, you know what it is? It's because we have these shots, I think.
So those are some...
There we go. Okay, so if we have... So now you can watch the loop.
So those are some things I hate about Bedrock,
and that's the loop. So honestly, both versions, I'm actually kind of surprised. I know Jitter is a capable editor, so like I'm not shocked that Jitters was pretty good. I'm actually kind of surprised that Digicrafts was pretty good, just because I don't know. I've seen brothers' videos, and they're all just like AI generated Squid Game villagers singing Mingle. I made this at 3 a.m. Fair, but however, Digicraft also did a pretty good job. So good job to both of our candidates so far. Honestly, uploading the file took just as long as the short, but I did have a lot of mistakes. Do you mean downloading it, or do you mean because Jitter one thing that Jitter did that was pretty funny is he re-uploaded all of the files that I already have on my computer, which he did not need to do. I have these files. You don't need to re-upload them. If you download any files from the internet, then you need to upload them so that I can use them, but I don't want to use my voice, so I'm stuck making that content. Surely your voice isn't that bad. I have seen, here's the thing. You are totally capable of getting subscribers and stuff, even if you sound like this. I don't know what you sound like, but even if you sound like this, and the reason I know that is because I've seen little small children, or maybe they're not small children, but I've seen people who talk like this, and I've seen them make a good video, and people will comment things like, I thought your video would be trash based on the way your voice sounds, but then this video was really good, and basically, granted, and basically, the point is, at some point, if you make a good enough video, people can get over your voice. Bro, do you guys know who Danny Brown is? Do you guys know who Danny Brown is? Danny Brown has a, in my opinion, fairly bad voice to rap with. If you guys don't know who Danny Brown is, he's a very famous rapper. His voice is not... He has a very, like, nasally voice, right? But he's really good at rapping. And his production is really good. So people listen to it nonetheless. Your voice doesn't matter that much. The content of your video matters a lot more. I'm just going to wait until I'm, like, 18. Alright, that's fair. But, yeah, the content that you make matters much more. But, like, worst case, record your voice and then, like, use a voice changer or something. Like, you could probably do that. Cheap Pickle is screaming in a webcam and has subs. Yeah, true. I have a $5 mic. Use your phone then. Your phone probably is better than your $5 mic. Or use an AI text to speech, but try to find one that sounds decent, you know? There's some that you can really tell are AI text to speech, but some are better. Or just make videos that don't have any dialogue. You know, one of the biggest shorts creators on the platform, he actually commented on my short from yesterday, which is kind of why I know who he is. Clement Dav. If you guys know who Clement Dav is, this guy gets absurd views. This guy, I'm sure, makes so much money. And none of his videos have any words in them. They're just him in the corner. I'm gonna get copyrighted for this audio. But they're just him in the corner. Like, you don't even have to show your face, I don't think. I don't think people are really paying that much attention to his face in the corner. If they were paying attention to his face, he would put it like big in the middle. I think it's just like a little extra thing. But either way, this guy is huge, and one of the reasons that he's huge is because he doesn't speak. Do you guys know who what the frick is that guy's name? Hold on, what's his name? KB Lame. KB Lame. KB Lame has, okay, he has 12 million subs on YouTube, but on TikTok he has like probably like 150 or something, right? His videos do well because all of them are just no talking. So the reason that they're good, or the reason they do well, is because anyone from any language can understand the video. They're jokes that I don't find particularly funny, but he takes videos and he stitches them with something of him doing them, and he doesn't say any words, and so anyone from any language can get them. I don't actually know if I get this video. Oh, I get it now. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I think he at one point was the most followed person. What are you doing? I'm just talking about YouTube, like the YouTube meta. The YouTube meta, chat. And so this is just for Digicraft, who doesn't want to use his voice. Literally just make videos that don't have any audio. You don't even have to put text on the screen, and people will watch it. This video has 24 million views. There are loads of Minecraft shorts that don't have any audio, you know? I think I might use TTS. That's fair. Yap streams are low-key fire. Thank you. You went hunting today and feel like such a bad person. I could never go hunting. I wouldn't be able to kill an animal. I could kill a person, though. I have. Multiple. Anyways, chat, you guys want to see something cool? You guys want to see something that I was working on today? I'm going to show you guys a little sneak peek of Village Game. Open versions of Minecraft from over I just clicked the pause button to unpause the music, but it unpaused the like video of me, or the frickin' short. Anyways, good job to both of the editors. You guys did a pretty good job. Hopefully, Granted will go and take all the feedback I gave and make one that's even better. Because I killed an animal and I've been thinking why I did it. There was no point. Yeah, I mean, I think like if you're hunting and you eat the animal, then maybe it's okay, but or then it's probably fine. I wouldn't be able to do it nonetheless, but it's probably fine. All right, chat. Village Game. How did Gaga Ball go? Oh, Gaga works fine. Gaga works great, actually, but... Okay, hold on. I'll show you guys this in a minute. This is Gaga. I actually, interestingly enough, I downgraded my world so that I could use mods, but the lead didn't break. The lead between this allay and this boat are still working, so I'm in 1.21.4 with two things connected to each other, which is weird. But this is Gaga now. I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is Gaga. This allay basically just randomly... Oh, where'd his axe go? Oh, that's an interesting glitch. But the allay just randomly bounces the ball around, and... Is this guy able to escape? No. And the, You don't even know the games yet? Yeah, but same with for Village Game 2. I designed games in advance because Village Game or Squid Game Season 3 will probably only have like 2 games at most, I would think. I'm predicting 2 games and then they get broken out. The villagers aren't going to break out, so I'm designing 6 games, and so I'm coming up with a bunch that are my own design. Yeah, the Pistons and Slime worked worse, which is why I'm doing this. Pistons and Slime worked much worse than this does. This actually kind of looks like it kind of looks like the villagers are kicking it around. Look at that. Like it bounces into the villagers. It's great. It works so much better. Okay, but so here's the thing that I spent, instead of making a short today, I should have made a short today, but I spent some time working on this. Anyone want to give me a guess what this is? Anyone want to wager a guess on what this is? If you can figure it out, I'll give you a digital high five. They're going to have like 8 games. That would be crazy. I don't think so. It is not Plinko gambling. It is not Plinko chat. It's not ball drop. Ignore the bottom here. Look from here up. Okay? Look from here up. It is a little, I will admit, it's hard. Connect 4, ding ding ding. We have our correct answer. All right, so I'll show you guys how it works. Is this reset? Did I reset it? I think I did. So what I'm gonna do, and either Granted can make this. I asked Cheetah as well if he can make this, but we're gonna have a texture pack that makes it so that when the villager, I believe Cheetah said this was possible, when the villager has boots on, if the villager has boots on, the boots will change its texture to be just a solid yellow villager, or maybe a villager, like the suit of the villager will become yellow or red. But for now, oh crap, die. For now we're just having a regular villager because for now the villager is just wearing a hat to tell, but so these guys are gonna go, right? I know fresh animations. I don't like fresh animations. These guys are gonna go into their holes, hopefully. Go into the hole. There we go. Idiot died. Okay, well, that sucks. Hold on, let me reset it. They normally wouldn't die. I'm pretty sure it's because I did a bit of damage to them first. I might still do Plinko gambling, but this is not Plinko. I said a virtual high five, not a kiss, brother. Alright, so that should have reset it. Die. Die. I need to give myself strength again so I can kill them easily. Alright, let's drop this guy, right? And then this guy, I need to replace these gold boots. These are not the correct thing. Let me do magma. No, Frostwalker. There we go. You are lame. Aw. Okay, so these guys will basically go into a hole. Let's just help this guy. He shouldn't die. So he just fell, right? And then once he falls, so we're gonna have I'm pretty sure there is no Squid Game season 4. Unless they change something. I believe Squid Game season 4 is not a thing. But so basically, we're gonna have our dragons versus carved pumpkins, right? So we just had our dragons go, so now it's carved pumpkins' turn. I'm going to tick rate 1000, and we'll let them go fast so that I don't have to wait for a lot of time. And that guy went into that spot. And that guy went over there. Where'd that guy go? So far, we have 2 in a row there. Okay, okay. I get it since it's magma. Yeah, at the bottom, that's how it separates the teams. You'll see in a minute. I'm going to automate this as well so that it will happen and I can just sit back and watch. Oh, we got 2 on top of each other there. We got a diagonal forming as well. Okay, okay. Where did that guy go? Oh, we're going up. Okay, okay. And so I have the tick rate way up right now. Okay, we currently have 2 in a line and 2 in a line there. But this guy, look at this guy. He stopped them from pillaring up. Smart guy. All right, now, oh wait, which one did I just do? I think I just did, I'm pretty sure I just did the golem. I hope. I guess I could check. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I guess I have the same amount. So yeah, so back to this one. Where's he going? Oh, he went there. Okay, interesting strategy. Where'd that guy go? Oh, he's there. All right, interesting. So Dash, I don't need an extra day to get this short done, but if you want this to be a really good short, you could post one of those edited shorts and I can have more time on this one. I guess I could do that. Man, you've had like 5 days though. I feel like you should have been done by now. Did you make the redstone? I did, yeah. I just did a dragon, right? So now golem time. Bam. Has anyone won yet? No winners yet, right? No winner yet. Is anyone even close? These guys can't win going up. These guys could win going sideways if they're smart about it. You know, I haven't actually tested this for a full round, so it's possible that the villager randomness just means that nobody wins. That would be kind of funny if nobody won. Very sad if nobody won, but I haven't actually tested it. So it is possible that nobody wins. He went in that hole. I've only been working on it for like 20 minutes since I've been driving all day. Oh, dang. All right. I will hopefully. All right. It better be good though. I think I should be able to fix the stuff that's wrong with jitters and then post it. Oh man. If I want that one to be good though, then I have to do all the stuff that Digicraft did, and that's annoying. I hate editing. I want to just be able to write the scripts and such. I don't know what to do. I'm torn. Which one did I just do? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Oh, we have 9 and 9, right? So then we're back to this guy. Oh no, die. I killed him. Alright, good. I'm very curious. I'm curious if anyone will win, or if we will just have a tie because it is just random. Like normally in Connect 4, you know, there's strategy to it. This is straight up just random villagers being monkey brained, you know? One, two, three. Oh, we got a 3. And they have 3 there. The dragons are actually... The dragons suck, bro. The dragons are doing a terrible job. We got 3 and 3. Yeah, dragons... Oh, and 3. They could win... They could win in, like, a number of ways. They could win in a number of ways. We'll see. Dang, I really need to get better about keeping track of which one I did last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I haven't done this one. Oh, yeah, he's still in there. Let's see. Will they win, chat? Will this guy win? Oh, stop that. Get out of here. He can win if he goes in a few different spots. If he goes here, they win, actually. If he goes here, they don't win. Let's see where he goes. Where are you gonna go, buddy? Don't look at me. Go choose a spot to go. I also have this here, so if they take too long, it will dispense water and force them. Alright, do I need to turn up the tick rate? Oh, Connect 4, they won! They won. Alright, so this is the powder snow side. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, so the powder snow side won. So that means these guys are yellow. We're going to eventually have a texture pack that makes it easier to tell which side is which. But we got to connect 4. So we got to connect 4. And so we got to connect 4. So thus yellow side won. So now if I do... Oh, here's what we're going to do. If I flip this lever, this will do this. This resets the game. It basically slowly drops them all down so that they don't die of fall damage. And so that they don't activate the other things. And then it drops them all into here. And then... What time is it in your city? It is, what, like 9:30 or 10? 10:08. So yellow team won. So we're going to do that. And that will filter all of them. Because the ones that don't have the yellow team... Wait. What? Huh? Oh, shit, I'm an idiot. Well, I just killed the wrong team. I killed the wrong team, chat. That's my bad. Good thing this is a test and not the actual thing. I killed the wrong team. But you can see that would happen. That would happen. I have to pretend the Carpenters were my favorite artist. Yeah, I don't... Did you say something before then? I said half that was in my head. Oh, okay. Yeah, but look how epic that is. Tell me that isn't awesome. It's a little slow is the only problem. And I would like to decorate it more so that it's more clearly Connect 4. Because I think right now it's a little bit difficult to tell that it's Connect 4. You killed your own, I'm sorry. Well, so what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to have it so that if a villager is wearing leather boots, it gets a yellow coat. And if it's wearing gold boots, it gets a red coat. So that it will, like, you'll be able to discern them more easily. I haven't watched any Star Wars. Like, ever. Really. I'm just not a Star Wars guy. The redstone behind this is pretty good. I'm proud of the redstone behind this. It took me a couple hours to figure out. But basically, it's basically set up in such a way that the bottom, like, it's basically just a lot of AND gates, but very small, which is kind of difficult to do. So the AND gates all work in such a way that when this bottom one, give it a second, there we go. So basically, the redstone behind it that I'm proud of is if I put a villager here, right? You see the next floor then opens, and then the next floor, and that's kind of the difficult part. That one that pushes out, I don't really know what causes it or how to fix it, but it doesn't matter, so I'm not going to bother. But you can see it drops them like layer by layer. To speed up the bottom, put zombie and not water to be random. Yeah, zombie could work. But yeah, that's pretty cool if you ask me. If you could send me the schematic, I can decorate it. Well, what I was basically planning to do... Does this always look like that? Oh, that is how it looks. What I'm thinking might be what you need to do. So the problem that makes it... I think the things that make it hard to, like, discern that it's Connect 4 is the lack of pieces in it. And let me just look up a Connect 4 board. So here are the things that I plan on doing, right? You have Connect 4. It's got the holes should be circles, but I can't make them circles because A, it's Minecraft and circles don't exist, and B, they're villagers, so they're too tall. So once we have the yellow and red pieces in there, it will look a lot better. Once that's the case, it will look better. You know what I was just thinking? Would this work? Hold on. This is just an idea. This is just an idea so that the first time, like when we come to it in the video, I could do this so that it looks nice, okay? None of them escaped. Alright, good. I was just thinking what I could do. Stairs in front? Well, so, no, what I was thinking I could do is for the first time that we see it, right? Have it already set up. So we have it already set up, and it would look like I'm not sure if this will work. It doesn't. Okay, well, never mind then, because the concrete powder would have to be touching that. I was just thinking it could be cool to have a bunch of that. Um, did I run out of music? Why did it stop? There we go. The biggest thing that I can think of, right, is I basically think that I think I can take this part. Well, I can take like the top part, right? And then I can have the bottom part be separate. So we can have this bottom part. Wait, hold up, let me cook. I'm literally cooking in real life right now because I am in a extremely hot room. But we put it like this, right? Is all the redstone there? Nope. Okay, there's the redstone. So this is Connect 4, just redstone, right? I attempted this. I don't know how it looks, but I tried to add the white spots like that so that it kind of looks a bit better. Oh wait, Senor Fishy, when you said warped stairs in the front, did you mean that instead of having this glass here, I would have like, because this actually could look good. I'm not sure if it will, but like this all the way across, that actually could look good. What else is blue? Are there any blue stairs? Prismarine? That's not really blue enough. I'm trying to think what would look good. There are not very many blue blocks in this game. Those are not really the same. Those aren't the right color of blue. Make it thinner? I don't think I can. Prismarine? I don't think that that's any better, really. Maybe it's slightly closer. I don't know. They're both not good, but having everything being circles or having all the villager faces in circles like this would probably look kind of fire. I'm gonna do it to 1 and then just copy it. Glass panes? I don't foresee that looking good. Is this the bottom row? It is. I could put armor stands. I could fill it with armor stands that have you know, yellow and red armor on to begin with, just so that it looks nice. Boom, 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 boom. That doesn't look bad. It's not bad. Copy. And if I go 1, 2, 3. Oh, know, those... Interesting. It's not terrible. It actually doesn't really look like circles anymore, though, I realize. Except at, like, the bottom and sides. I guess what I could maybe do instead is we could do, like... We could have the opening be like this. With, like, slab, 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 fence, 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 glass pane in the middle or something. I don't know if that would look much better, to be honest. Trapdoors. Oh yeah, maybe. I don't think that's better. I think that's worse. That looks worse to me. So you guys are suggesting like this. Something like this. I think that's too big again, is the problem. I mean, it might look better. Like, it might look a little bit more round. Why can't I? There we go. Okay. What a bunch of those. Try oxidized copper. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this does, I'm pretty sure, will look better, but I still don't think it's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still don't think it would look good, but it would certainly look better, I'm pretty sure. Schnikey. I meant to do, I meant to say / copy. There we go. Let's see, if I go 3 blocks up and I go / paste. Add blue slabs to Minecraft. I agree. That would be nice. Does that look better? Maybe that does look better. I would need to add... there would need to be some sort of block in the window, because otherwise the villagers could just straight up jump out. But that might look better. Yeah, I can send you the scam. Give me a second. Let me just send it. I'll send it in the Discord in the Minecraft channel. Okay, let me do the boop schematics connect for v2. All right, I just sent it in the channel if you want to work on it. The trapdoors look a lot better. I concur. I do think that this looks a little bit, no, does it even? I don't know, man. It kind of looks like kind of weirdly gritty. It's like, it still doesn't look like it's like circular. It looks like it's just a grid. What about, let me see. What about a stair right here? And right here? Nah, but if you expand that, it looks like a Connect 4, just green. It doesn't really look like Connect 4 to me, to be honest with you, but... What is this song? Oh, I don't know. It's just some song from Epidemic Sound. Yeah, I don't really think it looks very good. So, but what I was saying before, I think... Connect for V2. Let me just take this. What I feel like would make it look a lot better is having legs to it. Like if you've ever seen, like if you know how Connect 4 looks, it's got those little triangle pieces that come off of the bottom. And it's like kind of thicker on the sides and the top, so I can add that and that little thing at the bottom. Those are like some things about Connect 4 that are like iconic to it, right? So let's see if I can make this look a bit more like Connect 4. I think the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to have a border. I think maybe we do one away, like this. Like that is pretty good. And then we'll have that like that. And there we go. That's something. Gave me a virus, how dare you? Aw, man. If it gave you a virus, then that means I have a virus too, so. Wait, actually, hold on. For some lighting, what if we had these guys at the back instead of the white? Oh, that's the wrong block. And these are animated, so this might look a bit better. Replace white concrete with sea lantern. There we go. I like that. I think that looks a little bit better. Just use a texture pack. I prefer, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could use a texture pack on warped stairs and stuff to make it look better, but I kind of don't want to do that. See you later, Sebum. Thanks for hanging out. Let's go like right here. And we're gonna start making this have the triangular base to it. The triangular base is probably like a fourth of the height of the actual thing. Yeah, it's not super big, but it starts a bit higher up on the thing. So we're gonna go like, this is 3, let's go 6. We start like 6 blocks up. And then we go out. I think you are the only one who's frozen. I don't think that glitch is happening to anyone else. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is so lacking depth. I mean, that helps. That definitely helps, actually. I don't know. I mean, I guess we can probably go on the inside. It doesn't really block anything, does it? And if it does, I will move the legs 1 block further away. Looks good. Thank you. It's live, not a Discord, bro? What? Oh. Spamming? Well, no one listens or cares. That's why I'm doing this. I mean, I care if you spam, so that's why the bot doesn't let you spam. I actually don't know. Does the inside also have the indents? It does. Is there like another blue that I could use? I'm thinking we can give it like some Connect 4 branding. We give it like... Is there a hole in the middle of the triangle? Is there? Doesn't really look like it to me. No, it doesn't look like it to me. Oh, actually, the feet look a bit different than what I built. The feet typically look different, so I'm gonna build them a bit differently. The feet usually go down and then jut out like that. I think that I want to expand this by 1 block further. Oh goodness, this is gonna be annoying to break. I think what I want to do though is, first of all, I want to I'm gonna expand this outer rim so that it's here instead, and that way we have 2 blocks, and then when the thing comes in, there will still be a block. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. Why am I so cute? Just naturally gifted, you know? Luckily enough, it just happened to be that way. I don't know why I just did that. That was stupid. Okay, there we go. Alright, that doesn't look too shabby. So then we're going to go like 6 blocks up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to go like maybe 4, maybe 5 down. Nah, you know, let's just do 3, then another 3. And then we're gonna go Like that, maybe? Maybe that's good? Oh yeah, that looks way better. How do I paste it? Not just show it, but make it blocks. In somewhere in settings, you'll go to configuration menu, hotkeys, and then go to execute operation, and then set that hotkey to something and push the hotkey. Oh, the game freezes. I thought you were talking about stream freezing. Oh, I have no idea how you would fix that. Sorry. I feel like the legs are too big now. I think I like the size of them before I change them. Now adding depth to it. I like having stairs, man. I wish there were stairs available to me. There we go. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. That leg looks pretty good if you ask me. Wait, did I screw up somehow? What did I do? Shouldn't this... I did screw up somehow. This leg should be one block further in. There we go. That looks much better. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks better. That looks a lot better. What's the thing you're building? We're building Connect 4 in Minecraft, but with villagers. And in the middle of Connect 4, there's that little thingy madoodler. I think it might stick out instead of down. Yeah, it sticks out. I really wish there were concrete slabs, man. That looks good. Oh wow, I have been streaming for 2.5 hours. I gotta end soon so that I can go pack. Tomorrow, guys, today, I actually just realized, today might be the last stream for a while. Tomorrow, I might be able to stream, but Pesto's coming over, and I might be packing. Not sure. It's either today or tomorrow, but hopefully it's tomorrow. If I copy it from here, copy, and then I go to the equivalent spot over here, will it paste correctly? I don't think so. I think it's gonna paste too far to the side. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. But if I go, that's the height, right? If I go right here and paste, did that just paste correctly? I think so. Nice. That's just always packing. True. That looks a lot more like a Connect 4 board now. That looks way better. I knew the feet would add to it. I knew the legs were really what was necessary. All right, chat. With that being said, let's roll the credits for tonight. Is there anything else I want to do? I think what I might do for actual Squid Game is I'll build a table and put this on the table and then put like a pile of chips next to it. And I think that would look good. Thank you to everyone who hung out with me today. Appreciate you all. Thanks for, it was a weird stream, but I had fun. So I liked just doing like a random stream where I just do whatever I want. Those are always fun. So that was fun. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I will see you guys all later. Have a good night, everyone. If I'm not able to stream tomorrow, I'll let you guys know, but you know, wish me well on my trip. Hopefully I don't get eaten by a bear while I'm at Yosemite. What is this? I hope I don't get eaten by a bear, chat. I also hope that my allergies are not awful. That's kind of my biggest thing, and that I get better, because I'm still a little bit sick. So everyone say get well soon, Dash, or else you're banned. There we go. All right, that's Connect 4. Look at that, beautiful. All right, see you guys later. Bye, everyone. What's it called? Connect. Designing Connect 4 Part 2. I did all this in one day. I'm pretty proud of myself. Like, as much as I should have gotten a short done, getting a whole game done pretty much is pretty great. That's not every day that I can get a whole game done. So that's pretty sick. See you guys later. Bye, everyone. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.